Sixers fans, what's up? This is immediately following Game 4 of the Eastern Conference semifinals of the Sixers-Hawks. I want to talk about pros and cons, the optimistic way to look at the series and the game, and the pessimistic way to look at the game. Sixers lost 103-100. To be honest, man, I'm not pessimistic. I'm really not, but I would like to at least mention some things I'm nervous of, maybe. Danny Green, we didn't miss him a ton, but there were times where I found we missed Danny Green. Korkmaz shot the ball pretty well, though, and I mean, he had a pretty big three in that fourth quarter, so I mean, he played pretty well, but defensively, man, he really just got picked apart, and like, it was just whoever offense for the majority of the second half, third quarter, when just things were working. And Embiid, ever since he came back out of the tunnel, he was awful. I mean, he went 4 for 20. He was foul baiting every single time he got the ball. He couldn't even seem like he could dribble. He couldn't shoot. He was short on everything. He looked hurt. He looked sluggish. He looked really, really bad. I mean, one of the worst games I've seen Embiid have, maybe all season long. Maybe the worst game he's had all year. And it wasn't pretty. It really wasn't good. But all of that being said, the Sixers only lost by 3 on the road against a really good home team and against a team where Trae Young, I mean, had a pretty good game. He really distributed the ball well, and John Collins had a great third quarter, and Yeka Nkongwu gave him great minutes off the bench. Their defense was really good. And the Sixers only lost by 3 with Embiid playing arguably the worst game of his season and bricking and just a wide open layup at the end of the fourth quarter like that. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with this loss. 2-2 right now, not the way I wanted it. 3, I mean, this game was monstrous. This was a very, very big game, and I'm upset that we couldn't pull that one out, because we win this series if we win this game. And now, though, we are coming home, and I feel pretty confident in getting this Game 5 win. I'm still just a little disappointed we got to go out and play another one, at least another one. I mean, I could see the series going 7. You know, why not? It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a really tough game regardless of if we win 5. Regardless if we win Game 5, Game 6 is going to be a really good, tough game. And I am optimistic because Embiid had the worst game of the season, but I'm pessimistic and a little worried because who says he's not just really hurt right now, and he's not just really feeling it right now. He relied on that jump shot too much, and it didn't go in. And then he hit that, shoots the mid-ranger, and it was so short. He airballs it, and he's really struggling. And that's tough, man. It's tough. We should have won this game. We shouldn't have blown that lead, but we hung tough. And Atlanta's just, it's a tough team to go out into Atlanta and win. And Ben Simmons played a phenomenal game. He played some fantastic defense. He played really good offensively, too. I wish he kind of made free throws a little bit more. Tobias Harris, I wish he kind of stepped up a little bit more in the fourth when we saw Embiid going down and just not playing well. We didn't really go have that guy that really did what we needed. It. Shake Milton gave us more fantastic scoring production in the third quarter. Again, it's Shake time. Shake really stepped up, and again, and it's nice to see him really just play good basketball again. He's been good. Though I think Embiid was really foul baiting, I do think there were some missed calls. I think the refs were bad in general for both teams. The Sixers had a couple times where they traveled and it led to a bucket, and the refs didn't call anything. And then I remember specifically on this one play where Trae Young was dribbling down baseline, picked the ball up, holding it in both hands, and then started dribbling it again, and then passed the ball in the backcourt, and Bogey picked it up, and they didn't call a travel or a half-court violation, which led to a bucket. So the refs were just, they were bad. They were bad. They were totally different sides of the coin in the first half, second half. First half, they're starting to call fouls. Second half, they swallowed their whistles for the majority of it. They missed a lot of travels on both ends. They missed a lot of just, poor calls. I think that Dwight Howard, no, they did call that a common foul. Never mind. It's just interesting. It's interesting to see how the referees can manage a game and can control the pace of a game in the way they did. It came down to free throws. Trae Young hit his. Ben Simmons didn't really hit his. Seth Curry had a pretty good look at the end of the game. I don't know if it would have counted if it went in, though. I was screaming for Shake to pull up. He was the most open guy on the court, and he had the ball in his hands. I really wanted Shake to take that moment, and put up that shot instead of looking for a double-teamed Seth Curry at the end of the game. But I mean, it's a tough game. It was a tough game to win. Sixers shouldn't have let it get to the spot that it did. We should not have blown that game. I think defensively we had a really good game plan, and I think we stuck to that game plan and we played really well. Matisse Thybulle had a really good game. He even shot he knocked down a couple threes. I mean, he's not a great shooter, but defensively he was fantastic. He had that play where there was a turnover, I want to say, and then he chased down Trey, got a steal from him, came back down the court, hit a three. Huge. Matisse is huge, man. I'm out here screaming for Matisse to get starting minutes. I was saying he should have started over Danny Green when Danny Green was healthy to help on this Trae Young debacle. And they gave Furkan Korkmaz the minutes, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. But Korkmaz had a pretty good game shooting the ball. He just struggled defensively, and that was something that was very clear, very, very clear from the get-go that Atlanta wanted to take advantage of, and it hurt Philadelphia. It did. It really did hurt Philadelphia. So, obviously there's things that we could have changed, adjustments that could have been made, but, hindsight 2020, right? Series is tied 2-2. We're going back home for Wednesday, I want to say. I'm unfortunately going to miss the whole game. I got work at 6:30, which is going to suck. So tweet at me, DM me on Instagram, do all that cool stuff that you guys already do. I appreciate you guys always reaching out. You guys are the SHIT. My nephew's on this app, so you gotta keep it PG sometimes. But until then, guys, heads up, we're going home. Sixers the best home team in the NBA in the last 4 years. So we're going home. Peace out. Go Sixers.